Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Koholoim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and H.I.M that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Chanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to touch on the bugs, man. The eating of the bugs is coming to play. It's getting it's gaining more traction. And as you can remember, this guy, Klaus Schwab, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he was talking about that. And they have a short right here, but you can go into the original video. I didn't find the original video. It's in here somewhere, but I wanted to just get this short and then jump off into this video from Reuters News, showing you that the famines of the world, which Yahushua spoke of, would be happening in the end days. When the disciples asked him what would be happening or going down in the end days, one of the things that he mentioned in Matthew 24 was the famines. And these are famines that's being produced by Esau, man. But it's all by the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, because it's prophetic. But let's play these videos, and this is for basically a copyright disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not making any monetary value off any of these videos, just for educational purposes. So let's play this first one here.
We do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
2 billion people in the world eat bugs, fried grasshopper. These are amazing.
We do.
Okay, and there you have it on that one. But let's get this one. This is
peppers, tomatoes.
Salakia. So this is pretty much a recipe that they got together here. Salakia.
Larvae inside this orphanage in the Democratic Republic of Congo's capital Kinshasa. Children are being fed thick white worms known locally as pose. Edible insects, including larvae, are increasingly being studied for their potential as a sustainable alternative form of protein to meat. And some say they could help address malnutrition in the West African nation. Around 1/4 of Congo's 99 million population is facing a food crisis, and 1/2 of all orphans are suffering from malnutrition. That's according to the World Food Programme. Kinshasa-based non-profit organisation Farms for Orphans provides protein-rich larvae to local orphanages to help feed deprived children. Agricultural engineer François Lucadi runs the organisation.
On a fait un constat qu'il y avait un sérieux problème de malnutrition et de carence en.
So she basically said that they realized that they had a serious problem with malnutrition and a lack of nutrients among children, especially those under 5.
Éléments nutritifs auprès des enfants, spécialement ceux de moins de 5 ans. Alors on s'est dit, voilà, comment.
So she says, we thought, here's what we can do to solve this problem once and for all. Now, mind you, listen to who's funding this, or who's pretty much backing this.
Peut faire pour résoudre une fois pour toutes. Pourquoi ne pas mettre en place une solution durable qui puisse répondre et aux problèmes de malnutrition des enfants et aux problèmes environnementaux à la fois.
So they whipping this shit up, got it looking like a delicacy. Now, the scriptures, it goes off into certain insects, so to speak, that we can't eat. But there are lawful ones, but there are unlawful ones. You can't just be eating every goddamn thing, man. But anyway, because we know that John the Baptist, of course, he had a diet of locusts and honey. So locusts, grasshoppers, things of that nature. It's certain what we would consider to be bugs that you can actually eat that's lawful. Now we're living in this day and time where we may not know all the things, you know what I'm saying, but it's some, if you're going through the scriptures, you can clearly see some of the ones that are legal and lawful to actually eat, and probably can Google it too. I'm sure some of these damn Edomites have found out which ones are lawful that you can eat. You know, but let's play some more.
On est vers les insectes.
The UN Food and Agricultural Organization says insects can be a rich source of fat, protein, vitamins, fiber, and minerals. Some can be used either for human consumption, like in Congo, or for animal feed in Benin. Farms for Orphans produces up to 660 pounds of palm larvae per month.
So you're talking about animal feed. So you're feeding goddamn insects to the chickens. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you let some damn chickens hatch, man, and grow more of the, farm more of the chickens, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know. Anyway, man, this dude, man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has got to go. This place most definitely needs new management, man.
And provides meals to several hundred children per quarter. The organization received funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Who did they just say? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Who? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The very ones that's over there got them rolling up their sleeves. See, these people, man, why do you think so many people were, when it came to that thing that was just out here a couple of years ago? Because they felt like, hey, Bill and Melinda Gates shouldn't have nothing to do with, don't y'all make computers? How the fuck did y'all all of a sudden become scientists? And got all these things to do with, the medical field. So a lot of people didn't trust. And there's a lot of distrust when it comes to that particular family, man. You know, I think they kind of had to back off. They kind of had to restructure, so to speak, because people was like, You didn't see any good comments in the comment boards about Bill and Melinda Gates when it came down to them trying to promote what they was promoting at the time. I'll keep it classy in that way. Well, let's play some more. It's only a little bit more.
For its initial research and launch. Lucadi hopes to produce enough larvae to sell commercially to subsidize donations to orphanages. Her team...
See, they talking about selling this shit commercially. They want this on the plates of all people, not just you. This is the startup. You know, generally when Esau is trying to start something up, they generally started off over there in those particular countries. You know what I'm saying? People of color, so to speak. You know, a lot of Hamites, but a lot of Israelites are over here too. You know what I'm saying? So let's play some more.
Currently supplies 4 restaurants in Kinshasa, where palm worms are becoming increasingly popular. The organization is also studying how to grow the larvae and harvest the larvae sustainably in laboratories. But some critics say it would be difficult to ramp up production to a commercial scale due to a lack of adequate resources. Several studies
that shit look like some goddamn maggots, bro.
These say commercial-scale insect farming could also pose food safety risks, as some require feed crops that could otherwise go directly towards human consumption.
And there you have it, man. Esau out here like the earth is just, just deplete of, food and stuff like that. All this land out here, man. All you got to do is just, plant the food and basically, go back to the land Sabbaths and things of that nature, because I brought that up the other day. As far as the land Sabbath, you're supposed to let the earth rest, man. You got to let this place fucking rest. You got to let, you know what I'm saying? In fact, let me go. I want to go into the blue letter real quick. Salakia. You gotta let the land rest, like the scripture says, man, on that 7th year. You know, stop with the GMO bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Esau out here, he just really, he feels as if he can just outdo the Lord, man, when it straight comes down to it, man. But this man, this is what he wants, man. He wants total control of the planet. And he wants to, matter of fact, let's get that Job 9:24. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You hear anything that sounds like Bill and Melinda, you better be skating. And we already know what Bill Gates said. They own the most of the farmland here in America right now. So what you think they're about to start doing? What do you think is going on with all these so-called chicken factories being burned down, or they're actually calling or basically killing off hundreds of thousands to millions of chickens and things of that nature on these farms, and they're being paid to do so. That's news. I mean, that's not like something being made up. They're actually doing that. All on the strength. You get one bird that looked like he's supposedly sick, And you already know what they talking about with that. You know what I'm saying? Because they got new shots for that too. They want you to roll your sleeve up and take the Popeye's chicken shot. You know, that's supposedly being passed on to the cattle and passed on to the humans or whatever. So they already in the making of, just never can tell about Esau, man. This is a slippery guy, man. Job 9:24. It says the earth is given into the hand. He covered the so-called white man is in control of who can put together a laboratory or what they call a laboratory. A laboratory where you can test fucking bugs, man. They don't even know if this is what the future is gonna bring as far as like the effects of the children even eating that shit. But they got it in the laboratory and they're testing certain hookups and testing this and testing that. When you got all this land out here, all you got to do, like I said again, man, is they have the seeds. Hell, they got vaults with all the crop or the seeds. As far as like if anything were to go down, supposedly, as far as from their standpoint, nuclear or something were to happen, you know what I'm saying? As far as the earth and it's catastrophic, so to speak, they got seed banks where they have all the seeds at. Why not just plant some stuff? But you got damn Monsanto. All these pesticide companies and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? And people are not doing well anyway. None of these foods that they're producing have any nutrients in it, but this is why this man's got to go. Well, he's in control of the FDA, where they can say what can be and what. They're the ones that's approving and saying what can be approved, what can't be approved, who can do this and who can do that. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's in control of all the stuff that's going on. As a matter of fact, yeah, man, and we living in some serious times, and this is a indicator that we're about out of here too, because it's getting more wickeder. See, it's getting wicked from a standpoint of, we know people are wicked. We can see people just out here just bug the fuck out, wicked as hell. But when it comes to you tampering with genetics, you tampering with modifying foods, and you're tampering with the sun, you're out in space and doing all different kinds of shit, that lets you know that we're about out of here, because that's a whole different level of wickedness. And we just read the Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The so-called white man is in control of that shit. He's in control of the earth and how it's being ran. So what does they have to say about him? He's the wicked. It is what it is. This is Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I was drive them. So we're just scattered scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, dependent upon Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the very man that enslaved us and colonized us. And we're dependent upon whatever it is that this motherfucker throw at the supermarkets in our neighborhoods, pretty much. We don't know what's in it. We don't know how it was the blood should be, it's a certain way that you kill an animal. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to, have the animal all stressed and shocked and all these different things like that. So we're in a real bad state, man, when it comes to being dependent upon Esau, Edom like that. But hey, that's all a part of the prophecies, man. That's all a part of the way that the Lord set it up, as far as some curses that's upon us as a nation of people. So we're getting to a point of, this place is at the height of its wickedness. Is ripe for the picking. It can't be that much longer before the Lord comes, you know what I'm saying? Because again, let's get that one that I quoted, Matthew 24. Now in verse 3, the disciples asked him, and that verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Right? And here's one of the things that he mentioned right here. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. See that? And pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And this famine's going on somewhere everywhere right now, especially over in Gaza. Them people really catching it over there in Gaza, man. Because that food, there's plenty of food to get to them, but it's not getting there. You know, it's hundreds of thousands of tons of food that's going that way. But, you know, those Israelis, they're not allowing it to come in. So those people are being displaced. More and more territory is being bombed. And they over there, man, I'm talking about, boy, all skeletal, man. I mean, they've been showing them children, all skeletal. They ain't nothing but head, hands, and feet. The rest is gone. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're living in some real serious times, man. The world is in an uproar. I'm watching Euro News in the backdrop right now. Is where I got that the bug story from, because I'm looking at the news like, damn, they really on it. But you can see all the protests that's going on in the world. You can see all the you know, the people coming up against the governments and stuff like that. And that one, that the scripture that goes into the Apocrypha, where it talks about Second Esdras 15 and 16 coming to pass. Second Esdras chapter 15. I want to say it's about verse 16. Let's see. Yep. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So you have these uproars of the people in the world. They're not respecting their governments anymore. They're actually going through, man, and you got a lot of coups going on, things of that nature. But it's really people, shit, in the thousands just out in the streets, you know, just firebombing shit, and the police water cannon them and all that other little stuff like that. I know over in Israel too, those Israelis, they don't want to go to war. They don't want to be drafted. So they over there protesting in the streets over there. And they was shooting the water cannons on them with skunk water. Can you imagine they shooting that big ass cannon of water out on your ass, and it's got skunk spray in it. Just disgusting, man. But anyway, hey, this is where we at. So all the prophecies are playing out. And we can go back to chapter 9 right here too. Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, see, them uproars of the people is you know, going on a day-to-day basis. And you about to see some uproars of the people in America soon, on a grand scale. The civil war in it, man. The Egyptian against the Egyptian. But there's earthquakes in diverse places, like the scripture says too. Verse 4 says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So as we hear these stories and see these stories, the Lord said that. This is a prophecy. That's the reason why we're supposed to report on it and warn the flock, so that you'll know the time period that we're in. We know where we're at just by the measurements of the scriptures and lining it up with you know, what's going on the news. He said to measure thou the time diligently, man. And then not to mention, you know, it's been brothers that's been putting up videos on the last days of the Pride Month. Hey, man. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm going to keep it classy on that one. But, man, they was going hard body this year. So they just left out of June being pride of, you know, the freaks, the freakism. And then they come into July being proud to be a goddamn American and proud of what they stole. And so prideful of, you know, conquering. You see? So this place is about through, man. It really is. You can see the fall of it. You can see it's just nasty out here. It's not what, you know, the mirth is gone. Nobody is really happy. Everybody is fucking stressed. This little 4th of July, you know, hey, I seen a whole bunch of people in Walmart. I was grabbing a couple of little things. I forgot about it was going to even be like that. Like, damn. I'm standing in this long ass line with 4 items. But All these people were in there, you know what I'm saying, trying to grab their little 4th of July stuff. They trying to hang on. But it's not what it used to be. You didn't even see the people. See, they're not buying the stuff that they would normally buy, but they still want to, throw it. They're not buying the American flags and shit, the American cups, the American napkins, all that little shit you used to be able to buy, and place set your tables and, kind of decorate your backyard and all that other stuff. That people not buying none of that shit no more. They just like, hey, look, give me the hot dogs and I'm gonna, only need a pack. Give me a little, a little ground chunk. I'm gonna make about 3-4 burgers. I'm gonna throw about a 8-pack of hot dogs on that bitch, and that's gonna be about it. The rest is gonna go towards their drinks that they, just trying to get away, or their drugs. They're not out here, you know what I'm saying, like full body going hard about no celebrating no damn 4th of July because the money is not there. They all that filling up the car, you know what I'm saying, and going up north or going down south or going across the country and, all that traveling. Nah, they at $3, all the gas is over $3 a gallon, at least where I'm at. $4 or $5, so, depends on what your car uses. God forbid you use premium. So people are not doing none of that stuff no more. They're doing it, but it's not at the rate that it was being done at before. So it's a lot of different stories of, companies folding, companies falling off, having to, get rid of a certain amount of employees. You name it, man. It's disastrous. The dollar is dying. The dollar is falling. But they talking more and more about that, that digital thing, man. So get ready for the digital thing. That's going to be next out here. Jacob's Trouble, that thing that they want to put in you, that implant, and World War III. That's all that's popping right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Them prophecies coming to pass. So get ready for what's to come, man. But this famine stuff, this type of stuff right here, this is what your boy Klaus Schwab and them was talking about at the World Economic Forum. They was talking about this. Bugs, man. Some damn rice, onions, and, just got it looking all delicate. The kids sitting there all slurping on them and shit. Man, look, we need out of here. And the scripture talks about it. What's that? I think that's in Matthew 24 as well. Where if the Lord, he's going to have to shorten the days, man. Whew. Yeah, that great tribulation, man. Yep, verse 22. Matthew 24 and 22. And except these days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. So, I mean, how much more of this shit can go on, man, before, this place is complete with degeneracy, man. I mean, how can another generation come out of this and it be prosperous? I mean, this generation is not prosperous. The last generation, it's just people just walking around just fucking complete fucking zombies, bro. To all this wickedness that's out here. Only the elect of Israel are I'm looking at some shit right here in the background with matter of fact, let me see if I can get that. Check this out real quick. Let me see what they talking about. Get this camera to come on.
Their homes and more than 2 million across borders. On Tuesday, a UNHCR planning document showed the agency expects to receive 149,000 refugees in Libya before the year end. And
see, it's crazy because Esau, he's the one that's controlling all the borders. Everywhere that somebody is trying to run from, so to speak, or trying to get to somewhere, it's always the so-called white man on TV talking about how we don't want these immigrants here. But everywhere that you are, you're a damn immigrant. But they were just showing those guys, they was eating off that one big platter. It was like 6 or 7 guys eating off one plate. Hungry, man. Refugees trying to make it from one point to another point, trying to escape famine and things of that nature. Well, see, a lot of these people, man, they, especially the ones that's coming here to America, they running into a death trap. They running into a burning house coming here. That's for goddamn show. We about to see how it's going to get down, man. Things are about to get real nasty out here. So I'm going to end out there, man. And we're praying that we're part of the hopeful elect. And the Lord is going to shorten these days for the elect's sake. Whether we're a part of the hopeful elect or not, he's still going to do it. But I pray, man, that we're a part of this hopeful elect. That we can get the hell out of here, man. Because we need out of here. Nothing can survive with the so-called white man running the planet no more, man. This man has completely, he done drove the motherfucking car off the wheels, man. It's like you see that car, you see a car and it's just rims riding up the road and all you seeing is sparks. Only thing next for that shit to fall apart, you know what I'm saying? The engine is fucked all up, it's smoking, it's out of gas. And he's not making no repairs. He's not stopping to make no repairs. He's not pulling over. He looking at shit through the rear view like, was that the tailpipe? Was that the exhaust? What was that? Oh, that was the door. You know, he's just driving that shit into the ground, and he's not making no stops to make no repairs, and it's beyond repair anyway. And it's not gonna be able to be repaired because it's not the will of the Lord for it to be repaired. That's why you see people like Joe Biden or him and Trump. One of them is talking about Build Back Better. The other one is talking about Make America Great Again. See? All those things, both of them are running off a past tense slogan. Make America Great Again. Like they, because they know that it's trash now. It's not what it used to be. Build back better. What are you trying to build back better? Why do you need to build it back? Because it's torn down. and that's spiritual, man. Coming from two old ass men that can barely move, walk. Both of them should be somewhere rocking in a chair on a porch or in hospice. But they out here trying to run the free world, man. And it's not, and neither one of them are going to make it better. Trump not going to make this place. And you got the so-called white race man here. They really think that this man is the great white hope. He's going to really bring this bitch back. And there's nothing doing. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala. The Bible Ball.